by Manchester City. David Silva, and it's a goal for Aguero, and they've got what the pressure suggested they would get. They've started fast at Old Trafford again, inside 8 minutes. Aguero, who's been out of the goals, couldn't have had an easier chance. Set up by Silva. United 0, City 1.
Well, the question was whether City had turned up the here all right. This is absolutely magnificent football from start to finish from Clichy. This pass from Milner that you're going to see now is absolutely brilliant. The reverse pass there, it kills Manchester United's backline, and Phil Jones, he doesn't know where Aguero is. He's hovering behind him, and Silva is never going to miss a pass. He's got the composure, and for a man like Aguero, it's a tapping, but this is fantastic from Milner. That's the pass that kills the United's defence, and City, it's a brilliant start for them. The urgency again, Navas, this time.
Look at the purpose of the clearance from David De Gea. And in goes Young, it falls for him! Manchester United are level. Ashley Young made the run, and then it fell perfectly for him to knock into the net.
Well, we've got a proper game of football here. It came from De Gea's clearance at the other end, where Phil Jones was put under immense pressure from Navas, and they just clear it up the pitch. And City come out, well, it's Fellaini that just puts, I think, Zabaleta off there. It's a fantastic run across Clichy, and you just get a break of the ball. It just falls for him, Ashley Young, ricochets back to him. We've got a proper game of football on here. A little bit of good fortune, but he just gets there, it falls in his path. He wins the free kick initially.
For Blind. Goes back to Young. Wanted to try and reach the cross. Fellaini! The perfect man to reach the cross. The Giants with a gigantic goal for Manchester United. They've come back from 1-0 down to lead the derby 2-1.
Well, I have to say that goal was coming for about 20 seconds. The moment that Fellaini pulls out onto this far post, it was just a case of whether they could get it to him. And Daley Blind and Ashley Young work it really well, but it's poor from Gaël Clichy. Is he just offside? He's just on the edge of it, but it's poor from such an experienced defender. He's got to see the danger behind him. He's got to be open up his body. There's a good full-back shot at the back post, but it's a fantastic Ashley Young. They isolate Clichy, and the power of the actual header is what beats Joe Hart in the end. He gets his hands up, it just goes underneath. And United 2-1 up, and City
by Manchester United. It might open up City here with Juan Mata. Can he go all the way? A real chance to wrap the game up, which it should do at 3-1. He really does have an eye for goal. And United were slick. City suffer again.
Well, we've seen two magnificent team goals down this side. The first Manchester City one, and now this one. I said Manchester City are going to have to deal with it differently. Divock's on the edge of offside. He's just off, I think, his left foot. But it's so tight for the linesman. But that looks like game over. Manchester City have got a real job to do here. The play down this side, they've been torn apart from 20 minutes in. And Divock being pulled out of position has left that huge gaping hole in that Manchester City right side of the defence that Mangala and Zabaleta can't fill. And it's just a question of whether Mata can finish it. He's composed and he slips it through Joe Hart's legs.
Two of the goal scorers over the ball, looking for number 4. The flag has stayed down. Chris Smalling in on the act. It is the demolition derby at Old Trafford today.
Smalling has scored. It's a mauling for City. He's on the edge of offside. They're trying to push up. He's not. There's someone at the back behind Michael Carrick. I'm not sure who it is. I think it's Mangala. Not sure why he's back there. He goes back in. It's Mangala that goes. What's Mangala at the back there with Yaya Toure? He goes back in, plays them all onside. It's a free header for Chris Smalling. He just has to use the pace on the ball to get a glance. But Mangala, what are you doing at the back? The rest of them sort of half hold the line. He would have been offside if it hadn't been for the City centre-back. But now...
Zabaleta well found by Lampard. The cutback for Aguero. He couldn't keep it out. The 100 is up for Sergio Aguero. The personal landmark on an otherwise dismal day for Manchester City. He scored very early and he scored very late to move from 98 to the century mark.
They've scored. I expect them to be sprinting back. There's still probably going to be 4 or 5 minutes left in this game. United are down to 10 men. It's a good run from Zabaleta beyond Ashley Young, and pulls it back towards Aguero, but they've treated it like a consolation goal, Manchester City. They must still be, they've not had the board up yet, but you would think there's 3 or 4 minutes with injuries and substitutions.